Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. As you can read the title for this, I'm today filming a book haul. This is all the books I have gotten since the end of February apparently, because that's when I posted my last one, and it's way too many. I bought way too many books, honestly. I have like a cut day of like in May because I am going to like film my birthday book haul because my birthday is in May. So my next book haul will be my birthday book haul, so that's why like I have some more books, but I'm including that in the next haul because it makes sense in my head. That doesn't actually make it sound better because then you know I actually have more books than I'm going to show off here today. But it's a lot of books, so I'm going to just show you them all. I actually don't know exactly how many, so the final count I think will be in the end. So the very first book I got when starting my new haul is apparently The Wisdom of Crowds by Joe Abercrombie. I think I just bought this because I knew I had it in that store. But then also I know this is a long time in like the first law world, so I think I bought like a couple, but like it's not in order and I don't have all of them, but whatever, I will deal with that later. I'm gonna read them all together with the Catch-Up Book Club. Yay. Flying Witch of Volume 11 arrived by Chihiro Shizuka. This just continues the story about this cute witch. One volume is coming each year now, so I am caught up when I read this. And then I just had to wait a really long time for the next one. IQHE Brown by Tyler Hibbert. Here in places there shouldn't be a here. And this one I bought for Blackathon because I was going to read it in February for that readathon, and I read it and it was really cute and fun. Sunshine Grumpy trope here in this one. Then I got the Chain of Thorns Tour edition by Cassandra Clare, which I actually also read. This was my first of Chain of Thorns to arrive. I just realized that one of them has not arrived yet, but I don't know if it's even supposed to have shipped. And it's only like the dust jacket I'm paying for, but I have one or two in these editions that I bought when I was in London. So I was just like, I need to pay 1 billion NOK to buy this one. And it's like just a normal cover underneath. I wanted the matching last one in this series, okay? Judge me. Then I have You Made a Fool Out of That With Your Beauty by Quakey Messi, which has the pretty purple edges. This is the Illumicrate edition, which Steph so kindly gifted to me because she was going to unhaul it. And it is just so pretty because I don't actually remember what other adjustments this has, but it has the purple spread edges. And I love this book. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I really, really wanted this edition. And now I have 2 because why not? And finally, it can go into the shelf together with the other one. Then I realized that I never bought the rest of Game of Thrones in these huge white hardcover editions that I like. Because I had 1 and 2, but I didn't have 3 or whatever. I don't even know. This is 3, yes. So I had to try to go and get them now, and they're kind of out of print, so it's kind of difficult because they probably will come out of print later, but I managed to get hold of it in like a store that had it. And it's a bit battered. Like it's a bit like frenzy, but it's fine. Like I don't care, I just want to own it. It's huge. This is what I want to read it in. I don't know why I do this to myself. It's actually only 1,000 pages. I just think the pages are pretty thick. It looks bigger than 1,000 pages. But yeah, eventually I will read through all of them in English. When? I do not know, but I have this one at least. Song of Silver, Flame Like Night by Emilia Wen Shao. This one I already read because it was on my main TBR. She started in April. It was a really fun YA fantasy. I think it's YA is young new adults. Not really new adults. Woven in with like Asian mythology, etc. Chinese mythology. And yeah, it was an enjoyable read. And a really beautiful book. Look at that. That's stunning. It's really pretty underneath as well. You have like the art. And a stunning underneath dust jacket. Like, it has a stunning design. So hopefully they will make the sequel as well. But probably they will. Baptism of Fire by Andrzej Sapkowski. I never know how to pronounce the name, even though I have listened to the audiobook many times. And this is, I think, 3rd full-length book, 5th in the series. And I'm collecting all the like the hardcover new editions that came because I really, really like the series. And I want the hardcovers that didn't exist when I read them. Or else I would have just gotten them the whole time. But yeah, it's nothing special underneath, but it's just got pretty new hardcovers with pretty covers. But before that I only had the ugly paperbacks, which I also now have. But at least I have these. Chaos Theory by Nick Stone. This is just a news release from Nick Stone. I read basically all of her books, I think. Maybe all. Maybe there's one I haven't read. Or 2. And I just really, really enjoyed them. So I wanted this one. And they will match my other ones. Yay. Breast and Eggs by Mieko Kawakami. I actually bought this because I thought I was going to read it for my Japanese books vlog, but I didn't. But I now have read it for my May TBR, so I have read it. Really weird but very interesting book. A Lady for a Duke by Alexis Hall. This one was actually a gift from Cecilia for Christmas. It just arrived never, and then we had to order it again. But yeah, I think it is like a romance, historical romance thing. And Cecilia loved this. She like cried and gave it 5 stars and everything, I think. So hopefully I will enjoy it. We shall see. Getting, you know, a bit of Bridgerton vibes from it. But I haven't read those books, but I enjoy the show. So just see if I like this as well. Then we have The Adventures of Amina Al-Sirafi by Shannon Chakraborty. This one is the newest by the author. I decided to just get the... Was this the Fairy Loot? It was the Fairy Loot. And obviously I think it's also set in the same world as City of Brass, which I have here, but I haven't finished that series. But I think it's the like, you can read it without remembering that. It's like to do with ships and pirates and stuff. I heard mixed things, but I think I can enjoy it. This edition is really pretty. Has a really pretty design. Has very pretty art inside. So I'm really glad I got this edition. Even though I don't know if I will like it. Oops. But at least my book is pretty, you know? Oh, I forgot to show you the spread address. Ah, it's so pretty. I really like it. So we shall see if I enjoy it. But at least, again, I have a pretty book. This was the one that was not out of print for some reason. So I managed to get A Feast of Crows by Jordan Martin. Fourth in A Song of Ice and Fire. This one is not Frenzy because it was new. But yeah, it's not as big as the other one. But now I have collected these. You see another one, the last one in these, which is wrecked, but I don't care. Then we have Jurassic Park and The Lost World in the Folio Society editions. So I bought these because I knew I wanted pretty editions of that anyway, and you know, there's many different pretty editions obviously, but I decided to go for these. So I bought them just both at the same time because I might as well just get them. So it has like obviously like the dinosaur skin, I was gonna say, what's it called, slipcase. So this is Jurassic Park. It doesn't have spread edges or anything, but the cover is cool. I really like the illustrations. I'm going to show you Lost World as well. I already read Jurassic Park and I really enjoyed it. Then obviously we have Lost World. And it looks like this. And like if you fold the book out, which I will try to do now, it's like a full picture, you know? And I think that is really cool. And then it has like inside stuff as well. And the book itself is just good quality. And it has like illustrations and stuff. I realized that I showed myself the illustrations, but I didn't show you them. For example, like this. They were pretty editions. So yeah, I'm sad I don't have spread edges, but you don't really need them because you have the slipcase. I feel like they're really good quality, so I'm happy about them. I spent way too much money on those, but we don't need to talk about that. Then I finally got my Priory and my Day of All Night editions from Illumicrate by Samantha Shannon, obviously. So here they are. I'm just showing you the spread edges because they are so pretty. I really also like the broken binding ones, and I could have gotten those as well. But I decided that I only need 1 pair of them because I already have another edition of Priory, which I'm not getting rid of. And if I had 2 more, I would have 5 editions altogether of the books. And they are huge. They take so much space. We have Priory, Day of All Night. Still haven't read this. Very sad about it. I want to read Priory before. That's why. They're really, really pretty books. I'm really, really happy about them. Let's see underneath, maybe. I think they're pretty underneath. So we also have, you know, the inside art. And like the book itself, it's like stunning. Actually, this reminded me a lot of like the Flame Like Night one. But they're just stunning. I can't show you properly. But it's so pretty. It's the same art on like the other side. And I'm happy with my choice. I'm just really happy. They're so pretty books. See? This has this art. And it looks like that underneath. It's like a blue dragon. I'm showing badly because I'm too lazy to take the dust jacket all the way off. But yeah, I really need to read A Day of All Night. I haven't yet, but I really need to. Then we have the Chain of Thorns, Cassandra Clare again. This is the Illumicrate edition. I got dust jacket with them, so I put them all on the box, but they used to be naked. So naked, it looks like this. It's very purple and pretty. And I took dust jacket on all of them in my shelf because I really like how the spines looks like, and like they all match really nicely together. It didn't focus, but it's fine. Yeah, this is the edition, and obviously it has really like pink spread edges, but they're really like purple pink edition overall. Again, I put the dust jackets on my other books that I had obviously from the previous times this was released. But yeah, very happy about my editions. Then we have A Dance of Giants, which I couldn't order in. So I bought a battered edition. It's very battered actually. It's really, really battered. It's actually very battered, but it's fine. It's like actually broken underneath here too. But I would just glue it and you can basically not see it when it stands on the shelf. I just want these editions to match in my shelf and I'm happy about them. It's a bit yellow, but it's fine. It's also huge. This is the one I haven't read. I feel like I didn't even read it in Norwegian. Eventually I will get to these, but now all are matching. Whenever and if whenever the last book comes, or the last 2 books comes, they are going to release them, I assume, in hardcover, and they are going to be released by Harper Voyager. The heights, even though maybe they would probably get new covers because that's what happens, they will still match. But I just realized that they might release the books again, and then I wouldn't have a bad one, but then they might split them in parts, and I hate that. At least now I have each book in one book. So, at least I have now the full white hardcover set. Okay. And I'm happy with it, so that's all that matters. Spear by Nicola Griffith. This one I bought to read for my Nebula vlog, and I did, and it was really interesting. Arthurian retelling. Curse by Marissa Mayer. This is the sequel to, I don't know what I gilded. It's right here. So I bought this because I had the first one and I wanted them to match. Honestly, I've forgotten I bought this, so when it arrived, I had no idea what it was. But yeah, I think it's like the Fairly special editions. That's like silvery stuff on it. The other one was really gold. This is very silvery. And I assume I won't like them because I like Marissa Mayer stuff before. But yeah, it is a pretty book though. It's a cool design. I'm just like, I haven't even read the other one. The Mountain in the Sea by Ray Naylor. This one I also bought for my Nebula vlog, which is already up and all that. Didn't love this as much, but it was an interesting read. The Faintless by C.L. Clark. I actually kind of almost forgotten that this was out, and I was like, oh my god, I need to buy it. I had totally forgotten. This is a sequel to The Unbroken, and it was an interesting read, so I'm excited to read this one. The Visible Life of Ada LaRue by V. Schwab. This is my, I think, 11th edition of this book. It came out in the normal UK paperback, so obviously I had to have it to complete my set of Ada LaRue's. And yeah, it has the cover that the UK editions had. But just that now it's a paperback. I'm ridiculous, I know, okay. She is a Haunting by Trang Tan Tran. This one I am regretting not putting on my main TBR because I forgot that I had bought it. But yeah, it just dragged me in because of the cover. I think like it's a horror something thingy and it seems super cool. And I really want to read it. And I even had like a thriller trope on my TBR. And then I picked something else because I forgot about this. And I have regrets. But hopefully I will read it soon. And it looks super cool. So I had to have it. Nathan and Bone by T. Kingfisher. This one, again, I bought for my Nebula vlog, which is up. And I really enjoyed it. Yay. Finlay Donovan Knocks Them Dead by Al Cosimano. I want to read a sequel to Finlay Donovan. I don't remember what it's called even. But obviously I have that. And I had to wait for this to come in the right height before I could buy it. And then it did a while ago, but then I forgot about it, but now I bought it, so that's they're in the right heights. And then I will read it because I really enjoyed the first book, so hopefully I will enjoy this as much. And then obviously I will buy the third book when that is the right height again. Tales from the Cafe by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This one is kind of the sequel to Before the Coffee Gets Cold, where it's like, I think, Tales, and then there's a third and a fourth one. The third one is here as well. And I love the first one, so obviously I'm just gonna buy the rest. And the fourth one that's coming later this fall is pink and it looks so cute. Then we have Recursion by Blake Crouch. This one I bought for a future reading vlog, so I will read it like soonish, hopefully. Depends a bit on my reading plans. I don't know anything about it because again I bought it for a vlog, but I'm excited to read it and see what I like about it. When I talked about that, I just skipped over a bunch of books by accident, lol. But we have Spy Family Volume 9 by Tetsuya Ando. So this one has finally been released and I still haven't read it because again I'm going in my order of how I read manga. But very, very excited and upset that I need to wait after I read this. Even though I'm waiting right now, it just makes sense. Then I went and bought Bungo Stranger Volume 15, which is by Kafka Sagiri and Sango Harukuwa. Finally continuing with this and very excited to read it and be with these characters. Yay. Maybe I will finally catch up, who knows. Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence. I haven't even read Red Sister, but I am going to for a vlog, so we shall see what I would do with it, but I wanted to have this in case. So yeah, that's why I have it. And I have like a really ugly edition of the first one that matches this one, but the cover for that is absolutely horrendous. And then, as I said, I have Before Your Memory Fades by, again, Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This one is like a third book in the series, and I just want to read everything. It's set in this cafe, so I'm excited to pick this up. when I do. Who knows that will be, but it will happen one day. Then I got myself Berserk Volume 13, which is the deluxe edition that now came out really recently. So obviously I had to get this to complete my collection. This just does not fit in the shelf, so I need to remove Van Helsing to somewhere else so that all the Berserk can stand together. And again, I'm not even this far into the series, but obviously I need all of them. There's no question about it. The Tower of the Swallow by Andrzej Sapkowski. This one is the next one in The Witcher that I am buying, and the covers are so pretty. I just love these editions so much. I know it's just a hardcover with a new cover, but I just love them. They just look so pretty now, and the other one were just like, you know, kind of ugly, even though now they're kind of not possible to get anymore, so there's that. So I caved in and got Killing Stalking, Deluxe Edition 1 by Kogi. This one, I think I read fan translated online many years ago, and obviously it is totally fucked up and just not like a good thing, but I still want to read it because I'm trash. And now they got like properly released and everything. It's not a manga, it's like a manhwa or a graphic novel maybe. And I'm ready to like actually read it in its full length, so I bought it, even though it is very dark and terrible, but that's what I like apparently, so let's go. And My Dress Up Darling by Sunshi Fukuda, Volume 6. I actually read Volume 5 a really long time ago and I never bought this. I just forgot to buy it because I always buy the next volume after I read the other one. And I was just like the other day, I was like, oh, so I went and bought it and then it revived. So I will continue the series even though it's trash, but just because I cannot let things go. But I'm not loving it, but it's fine. And I got After the Fire by Will Hill. I got this because I'm planning to do it for a vlog. I just don't know when I would do that vlog, but I just got it now because it was a sale and I was like, okay, I might as well just buy it now. I heard really good things about it. I have no idea what it is about, but I'm gonna read it. And it's blurred by Patrick Ness, which I really enjoy the books of. So I have no idea what to expect in this, but I guess I'll read it and I got in the height I wanted. That's all I need. Then finally Solo Leveling Volume 6K by Shugong. This one I ordered like in January and the pre-order took 100 years to come in because like usually, you know, comes around release date, just come like so much later than that. But yeah, obviously one of my favorite series. I will keep reading them until I die in a pool of tears because I feel like it's not gonna end well, but we shall see. Then we have The Hound of the D'Urbervilles by Kim Newman. So this is Sarah's favorite book and I'm reading that for a vlog-ish kind of, which is kind of also had to do with like some of the other things I talked about here, but we shall see when that vlog happens. But I bought it on that sole reason alone, that is her favorite book. And oh, the font is so tiny. So we shall see if I enjoy it, but it's like a Sherlock retelling from a artist's point of view. I don't even know. I love Sherlock though, so we shall see. I think I will enjoy it, but we shall see when I read it. We then have Fireborn by Yosaria Munda. And I heard amazing things about it. I bought it for a vlog, so hopefully I will enjoy it. And I will read it when I do for that vlog, which is hopefully soon. Then have Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. Again, heard amazing things about this. Reading for a vlog. That will happen eventually. And I'm very excited. I actually was about to like pick it up many times, but then I didn't. And then I finally had an excuse for this vlog. Yay. Then I bought Twisted Love by Na Huang. This one I kind of bought because I had to fill in like 3 for 2 sale thing to get worth of my money. But I also wanted to read it for a while because I found out it is smutty. I read it now and it was really fun. And now I need to read the rest of the series. So now I have like backups for when I need to fill in 3 for 2 sale. Then I have the Nakano Thrift Shop by Hirimo Kawakami. So I just read Strange Weather in Tokyo and I really enjoyed that. So now I want to pick up the author's other work. Don't know anything about it, don't need to know, but I'm excited to read it. And I also got Record of a Night Too Brief by the same author again. Again, don't know anything about it, but it doesn't match the other ones by the author. It also has a really huge font, so it feels like a really short book as well. But we like short books, so we shall see how I feel about it when I read it. I was feeling Japanese authors that day, because the same day I also picked up Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto, which I read from a Japanese vlog thingy. And I read it, it was weird. Yeah, now I read a Banana Yoshimoto book. Then I got Saint's Blood by Sebastian de Castell. I read Night Shadow and it was amazing, mind-blowing, so I had to get the 3rd book. I had no idea when I'm going to read it, but at least now I have it and I'm so excited for it. Like, I'm so excited because the 2nd book was so good. So I'm very excited to continue, but also kind of scared. It fell into me that I wanted also to buy The Watch War by Dundee Stewart. This is me just like ordering things randomly to myself. when I'm at work, when I'm bored. And it's not always a good thing. But yeah, I have the first and second one, and I do also want to read the third one eventually. I even have the second one on my TBR this month, so it shall be read very soon. When I read this though, I don't know. It is huge, but it's purple. But it's huge! 600 pages. And yeah, I heard not amazing things about the second one, and I didn't even love the first one, so we shall see. But I'm gonna finish the series anyway. But yeah, I am excited to read it. I think. That's a lie. I don't know if I'm excited, but I am curious to read it. Then I got myself the final Strife by Sarah L. Arifi. This one is the Facing Gaze pick for the month of June. Is that correct? I think so. It arrived really, really fast because I haven't even gotten my... Like, I ordered another book as well online, but this arrived faster, and I don't know, I was really shocked for some reason. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. The font is so tiny. And... at least I got it like in this height, but then I need to wait for the second book to come in this height when that comes out, but it's fine. I always use a long time picking up sequels anyway. Then I got a book that I wasn't planning to buy. I was intending it to be for something else, but then I was just like, oh, I might as well buy it then because logical issues. But this Chest of the Emerald Sea by Magnus Anderson. This is the UK hardcover edition. I have the leatherbound one that the backers got. I wasn't planning to get this, and I don't know if I'm planning to get the US like normal hardcover either. Because I personally don't love the cover for that. But now at the same time, like, I might as well get all the editions. But now I have the UK hardcover of this for some reason. I think it's like okay. It matches obviously, you know, his other, you know, UK fantasy covers. So like I'm fine with it, and I'm fine with having it because I really, really love this book. It's like a really strong fast-track read for me. But I'm also like, I didn't really plan to buy it. But now I have it, so it's fine. Life just happens, and now I have it. Then I got The Lady of the Lake by Andrzej Sapkowski. This is the second to last one I need. Like, this is the final one in the series, but then there's another prequel that came after that. So obviously, I have ordered that as well, and it is supposed to come. So then I have all of them. Woohoo! In these hardcovers. I feel like I collected them so slowly over the months, but this time I just like struck, and I was like, I want to be done now. It's very purple, this one. Oh, and I just love the covers. I just love how they did the spines. Are gonna match. I'm very happy about it. Okay, I'm a happy person when I think about it. Then Unearthed Sky by Honda Lee finally came, which is the novella from Tor.com that she wrote, and I read it and I loved it. It was really good. Really recommend. But I'm glad it finally came and that I got to read it almost at once when I got it because I had perfect timing. So randomly Eric and I went to a bookshop and I had like a little like sale basket of books, and these were so cheap that I had to get them, even though like I feel like I was gonna say not a lot of people talk about the author anymore, but she was really, really high for a while ago, and I wanted to read the books for a long while, and they're just gonna be like my reserves when I like need a pick-me-up. I read Second Chance Somber by Morgan Matson and I cried like a baby, and also have Amy Rogers something trip thing. And now I got myself The Unexpected Everything, which just has to do with these dogs. I think she watches the dogs. And I remember when this came out, it was the talk of BookTube at the time. It was another time of BookTube as well. But yeah, now I actually have it. I wanted to buy it for 100 years and I never did. Then I have Say the Date by Morgan Matson, which I think is to do with a wedding. I'm not sure. And then Take Me Home Tonight, which I have no idea what's about. But they were all on sale. I feel like I got them really cheap and they were all in the height I wanted. So I just bought them. I had no plans to buy books that day, but it just happened. And now I have them. I feel like this time of contemporaries, like going out on dates. Like I feel like that was like the hype before. Like everyone talked about these. I'm not saying they're not being written and being published. I just feel like they were talked about in a different way. Like it was, you know, the time of Simon versus the Homosapiens Agenda and all of those came out at like a certain time and like they were so popular. And I feel like they're not getting as popular anymore. Or maybe I'm just not keeping up. I feel like everyone is like, you know, about the fantasy, or maybe it's just the people I surround myself with is like more into that. I just feel like different kinds of contemporaries are hyped these days. I don't know, I'm having this long discussion in this book club, but I just feel like it's different now. And I feel like when I look at this, I get like nostalgia for that time, even though like I wasn't even that into it, but I just get like flashbacks to that time. And that's why I still got them, even though like some people might be like, wow, she's getting so old books. Well, yeah, I wanted them, okay? And they were cheap. And I'm happy. Then I had The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. So this one, I think, is like a vampire thing. And I find it was released in these, even though like I actually have the author's other books in hardcover. It starts out with David Salvatore quotes, and that's all I know about it. So, I want to read it, okay? And I really like The Daughter of the Pirate King. I really like that. So, think I will be entertained by this one too. And then the last book for this haul is Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. So this was released a while ago in this height, and have her other 2 books in these heights as well. But I didn't love Normal People, but I still want to read them because I just do, even though maybe Normal People wasn't for me. But I hopefully have a like Conversation with Friends and this one more. So we shall see if I do. But I got it because I also need to kind of fulfill a 2 for 2 thing. And that was what we had. So yeah, that was all the books for this haul. And there was many books, but what else do you expect of me? I already have piles for my next haul, but we shall see when that arrives. Thank you so much for watching this. You shall see me soon in a new video. Leave a huge book pile emoji down below if you enjoyed this. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you all for your support. Goodbye!